Shalom to everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Please turn to page 323, and we will start with singing of the Sholom Aleichem. 323.
Isaac, you have a microphone next to you.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharetz, Malachei
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who howls us with his oath, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
We continue on page 6. Read responsibly. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship.
They welcome all who bears your burden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture.
May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May this synagogue be for all who enter, the doorway to richer and redeeming life.
We continue on page 10. Please join me with the
Please join in Hine Matov.
Hine Matov L'Haim Shebedachim Gam Yachad Hine Matovu Manayim, Shevelachim Gam Yachad. Hinei Matov, Shevelachim Gam Yachad. Hinei Matov, Shevelachim Gam Yachad. Hinei Matov Manayim, Shevelachim Gam Yachad. Hinei Matov Manayim, Shevelachim Gam Yachad. Please turn to page 14. Continuing on page 14, sing to Adonai a new song. Sing to Adonai all the earth. Sing to Adonai, bless God's name. Proclaim God's victory day after day. Tell of God's glory among the nations, God's wondrous deeds among all peoples. For Adonai is great and much acclaimed. God is held in awe by all divine beings. All the gods of the peoples are mere idols, but Adonai made the heavens. Glory and majesty are before God. Strength and splendor are in God's temple. Together, let the heavens rejoice and the earth exult. Let the sea and all within it thunder. The fields and everything in them exalt. Then shall all the trees of the forest shout for joy at the presence of Adonai. For God is coming. God is coming to rule the earth. God will rule the earth justly and people in faithfulness. Please turn to page 20 and join me in the Lecha Dodi. Mr. Raven, come right up. Page 20. Lecha Dodi lekraskala, Pnei Shabbos lekala. Lecha Dodi lekraskala, Pnei Shabbos lekala. Lecha Dodi lekraskala, Pnei Shabbos lekala. Ki makor ha-bracha Please rise. Glory to Sholom, Ateres Bala, Gamasim Chol, Sholom, Lo Kemuneam, Sigula, Boitha, Lecha, Page 26. Yiskada, Yiskada, Shemei Rabba, Yahdi Rocker, Seliam, Lipafu, say, Bechaye, Choriyom, Echa, Ukayim, Chodesh Yisrael, Adallah, Obishman, Vishroma, Vishnase, Visadar, Vishaleh, Vishalom, Shmei Kudashah, Rifu, Li'elon, Chorocha, Savashirasa, Tushbecha, Savenem, Kamasa, Daviram, V'yemeru, Amen. Please rise. Page 28. Baruch et Adonai, Adonai, Baruch Adonai, Adonai, Amen. Page 30. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are the creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tivot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, and please be seated. Page 32. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night will we reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Together, Baruch Adonai, Elohim Yisrael. Please stand. Page 34. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Vayed. Page 36. Continue. V'ahavta es Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levavecha
ובכל ילדיך, והיו הדברים האלה, אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך. ושיננתם לבניך, דיברת בם, ושיבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ושבתך ובקומך, וקשרתם ליוס על ידיך, והיו לטוטפוס בין עיניך, וכתבתם המזוזות בספר וישרך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם בארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Continuing at the top of page 37 together, love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work. Whether you're tired or you are rested, let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They're reminders to do all my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt, become your God. I am Adonai your God. Continuing on page 14.
Mi chamocha re'im Adonai, mi chamocha neder HaKodesh. Nora tehilos, osei felet, nora tehilos, osei felet. Malchut decha, bravo v'necha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe Reham. Seli, amanu v'yamaru, Adonai Elo, Adonai Elo, le'olam v'ayed. V'namar ki Adonai Yaakov, ki olo miyad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Kol Yisrael.
42. Be seated, please. Continuing in the middle of page 42, grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up, our guardian to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. For your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against all enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and our coming, to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread before us, over all your people Israel and over Jerusalem.
Baruch atah Adonai, aparei sukkah shalom aleinu, yal kol amo Yisrael, yal Yerushalayim. Amen.
On page 44. The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day God ceased from work and was refreshed. Page 46.
Please rise.
Please rise.
Adonai sefetzavtivta ufi yagita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch Ato Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohim Otenu Otenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El Hagadol, Hagibor, V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zoker Chasei Avot, U'Mei Gula Lifnei Nehem, L'man Shalom Yahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Yezra Sarah. Atogi Barley Olam Adonai, Achaya Torah, Moshiach, Mechakel Chayim Bechesed, Bechayei Amor Rachamim, Somech Doflim Profet Olim, Umatir Asurim, Ukayei Emnosolo, Lishenei Afar, Milchamo Chachal Roast, Umidom Melach, Melach Memin Shulchayei, Umasmir Yeshua, V'ne'emanat Olav Yosako, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayei Ha'ol. Okay, we're now on page 60.
Page 60.
Page 60. Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people forever. For you are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment of your peace. Please be seated. 62. My God, guard my speech from evil and my lips from deception. Before those who slander me, I will hold my tongue. I will practice humility. Open my heart to your Torah, that I may pursue your mitzvot. As for all who think evil of me, cancel their designs and frustrate their schemes. Act for your own sake, for the sake of your power, for the sake of your holiness, for the sake of your Torah, so that your loved ones may be rescued, saved with your power, and answer me. May the one who makes peace in the high heavens make peace for us all, for all of Israel and all who inhabit the earth. Amen.
Oseh Shalom B'Rova, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'yam Kol Yisrael, V'yamru Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'yam Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom.
May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless. I'm reading the wrong one, I'm sorry. On page 253. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say, Amen. And tonight we say Misha Barak for Nat Radwine, Renee Rothschild, Lucy Karen, Lindy Seltzer, Perry Singer, Elaine Pills, Howard Pills, Nancy Keel, Heidi Singer, and Lynn Goldstein. Is there anybody else?
Margaret Hirschfeld, Stanley Evans, Bill Seltzer, Alan Cohen,
Anybody else?
Lisa Lieberman.
Lisa Lieberman. Get up here and sing. I don't sing.
Misha Barak Avotenu Metorah Bracha Vivotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. And let us say, Amen. Misha Behera Imotenu Mekora Bracha Uavotenu. Bless those that need a healing with refuah Shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
295, right? Three Stooges, Act 2. I don't give sermons, but I went on the internet and I found a reading for the Torah portion for tonight. It's a essay written some time ago by Rabbi Daniel Mickelberg. So what I am reading is his words. I'm not erudite enough to be able to say all these things. Years ago, when I was visiting a friend in Rochester, we opted to take the train into the city for a show. Once we were comfortably seated, I kept trying to start a conversation. I was oblivious to my friend's succinct answers and the looks I was getting from fellow passengers. Finally, my friend offered some advice. Dan, you're not supposed to make noise on the train. I was reminded that often we are unaware of and surprised by social norms, the do's and don'ts. Often we simply conform, but it can be meaningful to reflect on these practices and potentially innovate with care. Aaron's son, now excuse my pronunciation, Nadav and Avenu, learned this lesson the hard way in Parashat Shemini. That's the Torah portion for this week. In fact, they don't get a second chance to demonstrate their learning. When Aaron and his sons offered sacrifices on behalf of the Israelites to ask forgiveness for wrongdoing, they offered alien fire It's unclear what alien fire is, but God responds by immediately killing them in anger. It appears that they went off script, behaving inappropriately in their positions as leaders of the community. Excuse me. The story leaves more questions than answers, and we're called to delve into the mystery. Typical biblical commentaries castigate them for crossing boundaries, ignoring protocols, or focusing too much on themselves. We often continue to focus on doing things right, but perhaps there is more than one right way. Let's flip the script. What might we admire in these two young men? How might we see ourselves in their story? The beauty of Torah is that we can offer many interpretations, even if those interpretations don't necessarily align. Reform Judaism prides itself on nurturing commitment to both tradition and modernity. Sometimes this means venturing in new directions, like adding musical instruments to our worship or live streaming services. Perhaps the lesson of this narrative is not that innovation is prohibited, but rather that we need to be cautious in how we innovate. This idea is not new. In fact, it aligns with Rashi's commentary on these verses, where he elaborates that Rabbi Eliezer says, Aaron's sons died because they pronounced halacha in the presence of their teacher, Moses. Rabbi Ishmael says they went into the sanctuary in a drunken state. In other words, their transgression was not the act itself, but the disrespect they showed to Moses and God with the careless way they approached their precious responsibilities. Rashi's teaching leaves space for different perspectives on living our faith, as long as we do so with care and the purest intentions. As Reformed Jews, we're often misunderstood. We're perceived as lazy, ignorant, or simply picking and choosing ritual practices we like. It's not that we don't have prescribed and demanding rituals, but rather that we're called to constantly explore these acts, ensuring that they speak to the times and our values. Making things more complicated is the fact that we allow the space for practice to look different from person to person. Such dynamic exploration is exciting and meaningful. When we come together in pluralistic places, we're called to take the time to share our practices and how we came upon them. I find that when I explain my practice, my more observant peers are quite impressed by our committed and thoughtful ways, even when this veers from halacha. It is time to talk more on the train. Maybe, why does it need to be so quiet? More importantly, let's not be afraid to make noise as we engage with trickier texts. We're not meant to accept rules without question, nor are we to act callously. Instead, we're reminded to be fully present in our responsibilities and commit ourselves to living out those ideals in ways we find meaningful. We need not be afraid of the sparks that can result from creativity and passion. Let us instead celebrate our role as carriers of Torah and venture forth as we continue to thoughtfully challenge norms and innovate our practice in new directions. Okay. Prayer for Israel. Page 259, Prayer for Israel. Pray for peace for Jerusalem. Page 259, at the bottom. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. Yeah. Okay, you can start that. Page 282.
Please rise for the Aleno, 282. Aleno l'shabeach l'adon l'akol, l'seis kedula l'yotzer brachus, shalom asanu kagayei oratzos, v'lo samanu k'mishpachos adama, shalom sam chalkeinu kohem, v'gor aleinu k'chol amonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech, malchei hamlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Page 295. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died in this season and years past, and those who we have drawn into our hearts with our own. Tonight we say the names of Elizabeth Turk, Michael Falk, Daniel Ballin, Alvin Carlin, Norma Gertzel, Richard J. Spence, Ralph Hurwitz, Hazel Holly, Betty Hurwitz, and Mary Bennett. And from those from over the past years, Tanya Berman, Boris Brodsky, Evelyn Easton, Dorothy Friedman, Al Gardner, Phil Gahn, Leah Friend Herzberg, Lena Hexter, Benjamin Isaacson, Rose Lang, Kate Myers, Rose Newman, Samuel Reisman, Rebecca August Roberts, Louis Salzenstein, Eva Salzenstein, Eve Sternstein, Hanina Zinder, and Jacob Rothschild.
Please join me, sing the Kaddish on page 294. Yiskadal v'yiskadash shmei Rabbah, v'yomad divrach yirutei v'yamlech machutei, v'chayefon u'vyamechon u'v'chay d'chol beis Yisrael, v'agola v'zman kori v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach v'yolam le'omei omayah, Yisbarach v'ishtabach v'yispar v'yisromam v'yisnasei, V'sador, v'saleh, v'salal, shmei kudashah, b're'ahu. V'elam mikol v'rchasa v'shirasa, v'ushmachasa v'nechamasa, daviron v'yoma v'imru amen. Yehei shlom rabba mishmaya, v'chayim oleinu v'yalko Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imramav, uyaseh shalom, oleinu v'yalko Yisrael, Amen.
We close with our closing hymn on page 322, Ein Eloheinu.
Yeah, please be seated.
Yeah, any announcements, any upcoming events we need to? We've got the community Seder coming up, the second night of Passover. Please, if you're going, contact the office. Make sure you make reservations. Anything else? Okay. Page 322, Ein Kelahino.
Ein Keloheinu, Ein Keloheinu, Ein Keloheinu, Ein Keloshienu, Michel